Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today is Robert Hupman. Robert is, normally we talk to him about community events and things going on, but now we're going to move a little bit over to the political side.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of, we used to call it gerrymandering or what the word is. But we've created some new political districts. And so basically we're going to have some new blood representing Front Royal Warren County. Before we were split up into three different people.
Three different delegates.
And a senator that was down the road. And they all did a good job.
Great jobs.
But now we're going to basically have just one, right?
We're going to have
two, maybe.
We're going to have two. We're going to have a new delegate, and then we're going to have a new state senate.
Right.
And that's what I'm here.
Right. So we have this new district. It's going to be called District 1. And you're going to hear a lot about it coming up in the next few months, because this is on the November ballot. And
it'll be following 23,
but it'll be
primary times.
It's primary, so we're going to have a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people are going to come out of the woodwork.
I've heard of quite a few.
So what we want, you're going to hear about it, and so we'll have a primary, and I'm sure we're going to do some runoffs and things. So you're going to see a lot of people coming on, and already I've had a couple of people call me. Oh, we got to get on the Royal Examiner, meet the candidates. So we're going to start with Robert, and so tell us a little bit about why in the world you want to get into dip your toe into politics. I know you have run for board of supervisors.
No, it just comes back to community. Mm-hmm. You know, I love community service. I love being out there and being proactive in the community. And this right here is just another step. Be honest, I never thought I'd ever have an opportunity with Mark being where he's at and Todd Gilbert being where he's at, because he's my delegate.
That's right. And you know, a lot of these people have been in the politics for such a long time. Yeah. It's hard to beat an incumbent.
It is,
especially when they've been doing a good job.
I got no complaints on none of those great guys.
Right. So are you seeking a Republican or?
I am seeking out the Republican nomination. Really, just. You know, we're going to hit it running. I want to start a grassroots campaign. I'm going around to every small group I can think of, from Winchester, Clark, Shenandoah, and Warren as well. And you know, I want everyone to feel that they're represented properly. And I'm ready to bring that, common sense, Shenandoah Valley common sense, back to Richmond. And it's lacking. I mean, not saying nothing negative toward everyone else, but I think some new blood and new eyes there would help out a lot.
Well, and it's shifting from a different part of the valley. You know? And truthfully, the northern part and the southern part, there's a little different. And so we're going to have a little different slant maybe on things we can take to Richmond.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people say, what's going on in Richmond, I'm not concerned with Richmond. I'm concerned with what's going on in the Shenandoah Valley, seeing everyone's views and being fair to all concerned to take back to Richmond. And
right.
I mean, I'm ready to... I'm here for the long haul. I'm ready to get this thing done.
You've got some deep roots here.
I do. You trace me back when Warren County was Shenandoah County. Is how long we go back. So,
well, that's important. You know, the old days, carpetbaggers would come in and move to the people will move to your district and live there enough to meet the requirements, and next thing you know, they're running for Congress. And
that happens. More.
We've had a few governors that do that.
Yeah, they move here. And I'm not discouraging anyone, that just frequently move here. I want to treat everyone equal.
Well, sure.
I'm excited they move here because of our beautiful Shenandoah Valley. And, there's some streams of revenue. We can, create some new tax revenue coming in through agritourism. Obviously I'm a farmer. I know a little bit about, the bigger side of the farming industry. And then also just being a creative, being an entrepreneur.
Sure.
I feel like that'll bring a lot to the table. My main platform issue is education, and I know we're going back and forth. That's a hot topic.
Sure.
But we're not giving these kids an opportunity when they get out of high school to truly benefit, to all of them to benefit, and that's why I'm demanding we're going to do a basic life skills class.
Right.
K through 12. It's going to, I'm already working on the program. I'll have it up on my website. We're hoping to have that launched by next week, and I want everyone's input. Teachers, administrators, parents, all these groups, let's come together, create a curriculum that's going to last these kids where everything's common knowledge when they come out of high school.
Right.
I'm talking banking, how to properly balance a checkbook, to getting credit, how do you establish credit, pros and cons of being a business owner, working for the government, 401k, tons of stuff, gun safety.
Right.
mental health practices. These kids just, they don't have a chance.
Well, you know, the state did put the requirement on to graduate from high school. Now you have to. They've changed the name of it. It used to be called consumer finance or something.
Yeah.
But they got a new name for it. But you wait till you're a senior to do it.
Yeah.
You really need to start this stuff. And I like to use the study, learn about wealth.
Yeah.
You know, how to create wealth. It's more than just money and investment. I told my kids, you know, when they were getting in high school, I said, look, if we want you to get an IRA started when you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
And put your $2,000 a year in, like that was at the time. And in 5 years, if all you can do it for is in 5 years, you can quit. Or you can wait till you're 25 and start and put 2,000 in for 40 years. Which way will you have more money? Oh, if we start at 18 and go to 25 and stop, we'll have a lot more money at age 65 than if we wait and only save for 40 years at 2. It's amazing what the law of large numbers, the law of compounding interest, it makes a huge difference. And you don't learn that too late in life.
Yep, and you know, just tax preparations, state and federal. I mean,
Yeah.
I was unfortunate I'm fortunate in many ways. Got a beautiful family, beautiful property, but you know, I lost my parents at a young age, and you know, you didn't know how to do federal state taxes,
Right.
and
What you think is a good idea, all of a sudden you're going to lose the farm.
Yeah, so you know, it was sink or swim time for me, and I'm still swimming. So
You went to the University of Hard Knocks.
yes. I didn't go to college just because I didn't see the usage of getting that degree, and that's another thing we touch on. We're getting these kids amped up, and my generation kind of got screwed up by it,
Sure.
se. You know, we were forced to think that we needed to go to college and we're going to get a big paying job and everything's going to be great in this fantasy world. And that's not true.
Right.
So,
look at these blue collar jobs paying
tons
of money, and
a good
there's
family.
a lot of openings.
Yeah, we're lacking it, and that's what I want to do with the K through 5th grade. Is we're going to create a whole cartoon series that's going to spotlight every career you can have in Virginia.
Sure.
And I implore everyone, even now, they can start. I'd be happy to reach out to any of the delegates, senators, even Glenn Youngkin, if they're interested in something like what I'm proposing.
Yeah.
Let's start working on it now. I don't have to be in office to get this done.
Exactly. That's probably the best thing to do.
I mean, this is something I'm very passionate about. I think everyone I've talked to is passionate about it. And, you know, the kids are like a sponge at that early age. If you teach a kid at 3rd grade how to do tax preparation, I bet they'll be the best.
I use the example. I don't know a lot, but it said that there's a lot of 5-year-old people that can speak Chinese.
There it is.
They might be in China, but the idea is,
they're able to learn that stuff.
They learn a language, and we learn that without ever going to school.
Yeah,
isn't that amazing?
No, I see it with my daughter. She's 5 years old, and that drives me there. Also, another platform issues, mental health. I see Bill Wiley's already taken initiative, getting those bids and trying to get that money appropriated, which need it. And we need to start somewhere now.
Right.
16 bids don't seem like a much, but if we can keep building to that and building a better program for this mental health epidemic we have, I'm just tired of seeing friends either, die from heroin or drug overdoses to, ending their life a lot earlier than they should ever think of.
We've seen quite a bit of that. I just read today about deaths in Virginia, and it wasn't COVID, it was fentanyl.
Yeah.
And then suicides. I mean, this is above diseases,
No, and there's no help statewide. All those programs from way before my time were cut out from Virginia.
Right.
And we need to start being creative, bringing some tax revenue. I have some proposals for that as well. We'll nail that down later.
We'll get time along. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a whole lot of stuff going through my head that I need to get out, and that's why I'm running for this District 1. I mean, I love the Shenandoah Valley. My daughter's named Shenandoah. I love everything about it.
Right.
And I'm out looking for, connecting with the business owners.
Right. Start a dialogue. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Start a dialogue. You mentioned about children, things to do. It's really a shame when a teenager graduates from high school and they have to leave our community to get a job.
Yep.
Or commute to the city with all the large, and we don't realize that we're a large farming community here. We just don't think about it.
No, you don't see it at South End. We still have some on the North End, even though we're losing.
Or up and down in the valley. I mean, the poultry business that you're in,
is
great. I mean,
Poultry industry alone in Virginia is about $7 billion, roughly. It was $6 billion a few years ago. I'm sure that number's quite shot up there.
And the price of chicken, you can tell you.
Chicken, turkey prices are up right now.
It's up because we don't have enough.
No, we don't.
And that's really the bottom line. They can have more. So.
We have great like trucking companies all through the through the valley that they're scrambling to get more drivers.
That's right.
And you can make a darn good living being a commercial truck driver.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. My dad drove a truck before he started the turkeys.
And you don't have to drive cross country. You can drive what's called local.
And you can be home every night with your family.
Yeah.
And
make good money.
Make a really good
money. They're looking for electricians and plumbers.
Welders.
These jobs are not going to ever go away. It's not like being a TV repairman or a watch repairman. Those kind of disappear, right? But look, a plumber and an electrician and welder and all these things, they're here to stay.
Well, with Youngkin putting the money in the charter schools, I'm sure he's for trade schools as well.
Right.
We have awesome, Dow J. Howard used to be, active as well, and that got shut down. If we could bring another state funding other than Lord Fairfax and put a trade school up there in Winchester, we could attract not only our state, but Maryland, West Virginia.
Well, when you build the workforce, then the businesses come.
Yep.
Because they come where there's a workforce. They don't go out in some place and not have anybody to work. They look around and say, where do we have labor?
Yep. And housing.
And housing. And so that's another project that needs to be going. We got to have affordable housing, and we have to have a trained workforce.
Yep, and we just have to be well balanced. That's kind of everything. Being a conservationist and a hunter, everything you've learned what needs to be balanced.
Not too much, not too little, just right.
Just right. And we're missing out on huge money just through agritourism and just our tourism industry alone. We're in one of the prettiest parts of this whole country,
right?
And we're not capitalizing on tourism, especially here in Warren County. Shenandoah County is beautiful. I mean, we're Clark County. Everybody here, we can all benefit for whatever each county needs, and that's why I'm out here. I'm hitting it hard.
I appreciate people like you that do step forward. It's a lot of work. People don't really realize how much work it is to run for a political office.
It's pretty stressful.
And you still got to. I mean, it's not like you're. And these jobs in our state are not full-time jobs.
No. We're still working. We're gonna. I think it's like 3 months out of the year we're in Richmond and we're constant. They're going to be constantly working. I'm going to be constantly working. 24 hours. I'm always at the ready. I'm here to take calls. I mean, I'm really going to do it right. And that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. We appreciate it, Robert, and appreciate all the people that come forward and really help make us a great place to live and work.
Yeah, and that's the campaign. We're going to kick it off and. I like my little catchphrase. I got to have a catchphrase when they're like, well, we're the Get It Done campaign.
Yeah.
I'm super. I mean, I'm really excited. I was really inspired by Glenn and Winsome and Jason just being down there and actually seeing inauguration and seeing that charisma and feeling like we have a opportunity to do something special in our state.
And I think the big thing and you've seen it with Governor Youngkin. The very first, he said, do what they say they're going to do, and then people get surprised you did it.
Yeah, accountability. Like you're let's follow through. If we're going to say we're going to do it, let's do it. And I'm excited.
And get it done.
Get it done. That's what we're going to do.
Well, we'll end on that note. Robert, again, thank you for stepping forward. We appreciate it.
Thank you for all you do in this community. Yeah. That's it's very special for me to announce here with you today because what you've done for everything. Anytime I call you, he's here to help out and does a great service for this community.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks again, Robert.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.